Okay. Hi, Ryan. Oh, this is on. Let me just finish setting up so you guys can see a bit better. Hi, how was your day today? How was your day, Ryan? Wait, right. Today's Saturday. No one has school, right? I don't remember. During PSLE, do you guys have like, do they like drag you guys back during Saturdays to like do work? I hope not. Actually, it might be a good thing for those who are. Yeah, seriously? I think that's understandable, especially for PSLE, but I don't know. I feel like it could also be stressful, especially if you're not. They asked me to go back to school during the June holidays. Okay, June holidays is understandable. Weekends, I don't know. I don't remember. But then again, it was a long, long, long time ago. That was last. All right, you're in secondary school. My bad, I forgot. Yeah. How is secondary school? Is secondary school easier than PSLE? Remember that your responses will be taken into consideration by our primary six students. I don't think they ask you to go back on Saturdays. Hopefully. I feel like everyone needs that bit of like a break before they start not they start school. At least a weekend break, right? If you're gonna like grind like your studies during the weekdays, it is important that you have a decent amount of break during like the weekends, right? And I think PSLE is easier because you don't have to take that many subjects. True, but I think that is definitely how I felt when I went into Olds and I went into like yeah, secondary school. But then I think the biggest thing that we forget, especially after like graduating, I don't know, for me that feels that way, is that for a lot of students, PSLE is their first major exam. It is mind blowing. Yes, yes. Actually, mm, actually, for me, I felt that secondary school was quite jarring. Um, I remember I had a very bad starting experience in secondary school. Um, and I remember feeling that, oh, you know, it feels like I did really well in primary school. And then when I went into secondary school, it was just like, what happened? And then the logic behind math in secondary school is very, very different from the logic in math in primary school. If that makes any sense to you guys. For me at least, okay? Mind you, I was a straight um, A star student in primary school, but I struggled in secondary one. So yeah, definitely don't um, yeah, just don't get cocky. Don't learn from my mistakes. Don't get cocky. Yeah, yeah. Um, I crashed out after PSLE, so that was a different story. Alright. So also when you're studying PSLE, remember to take enough breaks. Remember to be kind to yourself, and also it is not the end of the world. It is really not the end of the world. And I don't know how many of you guys have Instagram, but there was this post on the Straits Times recently, and yes, I read Straits Times news from Instagram. I think it was Straits Times that said poly students actually end up doing really well. So you can and like you can always turn your life around. Um, there's nothing bad about going to different streams in Singapore. Um, yeah, and they end up going to Cambridge, some of them. So definitely it is that jump that is possible. My friends got AL10, but they relaxed so much of the PSLE, they struggling in Sec 1. Definitely, I feel like there has that, we talk about that at writers as well. There is that, what do you call that? A consistency curve. So if you suddenly relax, your body is not used to it, and it's very, very hard for your body to like bounce back and say, oh, okay, I am gonna go back to the grind. All right. But secondary school, secondary one especially, it's your first year being introduced to the school. you going to need that kind of you're gonna need to be present both physically and mentally there, let's just say that. All right, so for those who are taking PSLE, I would say be nice to yourself. I always say that, be nice to yourself, but also take this chance. I know it's very, very stressful. Take this chance to fully decide, okay, what is a study routine that is good for me? How do I keep that up? And how do I balance my mental well-being with um that, So yeah, so it was that is something to be very aware of. This live got 130 likes. Ooh, more than 130 likes in the last 5 minutes. Who was the one? Ryan, is it you? Thank you so. Oh no, it's Gladys. Thank you so much for spamming likes, you guys. Thank you so much. All right, but yes, definitely it is. PSLE is a hard period of time. Nobody can ever take that away from you guys. It is the first time you guys are going through such like a hard what do you call that, exam. It's your first major exam. So be nice to yourself. Always be nice to yourself. Okay. I would hate to see any students that are, I was spamming the likes. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I would hate to see any students who feel badly about themselves or feel um, any negative way about themselves because of an exam. Remember, it is your first major exam. Okay, you will do fine. Okay, and even if you don't do as well as you think you want to do, all right, it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. Trust, it is not the end of the world. All right. All right, so a lot of classmates of mine, they ended up doing a lot better in secondary school than PSLE, like a lot better. Okay, secondary school is about discipline. It is not. PSLE is about discipline as well, but it's different. It's different. All right. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, I have yapped enough. All right. Okay, this is a 12-week EOY prep challenge. All right, so zoom out. You guys take a look. Okay, so yes, this is a 12-week EOY prep, okay, challenge, and it is specifically to help students to boost their English results to AR1 and A1. PSLE is like memorizing, set school is more understanding, definitely. I would say also you have to understand that the amount of content in PSLE, the amount is different. Is definitely going to be different. You have to remember a lot more things in secondary school, and yeah, it's just not the same. It's simply not the same. All right. Yeah. Okay. So for students who are currently going through PSLE and secondary O levels, this is also great for you. But for students who are just primary fives and even before primary fives, all right, this is still there for you. Okay. So it's a 12-week EOY prep challenge, and we are currently running a promotion. All right, we really want to help students to actually really start prepping, because EOYs, PSLE, all the major exams, they are here. Okay, unfortunately for you guys, they are here. So we are now going about with this 2 free lessons. All right, this is only for students who register before or by the 31st of August. All right, 2025, not 2026. All right. Okay. For this, students will be able to enjoy up to $390 in savings, as well as to get a $8 regular fee waiver and a $60 NTUC voucher. All right, so a lot of promotions over here. Okay, we really do want to make this more attractive for our students. We also want to make it more accessible for our students. All right, so over here, definitely we have the website linked over here, or information that we go through in our live. It's mostly always on our website. Okay, and yes, we have the WhatsApp number over here, 840 9492 Okay, so if you guys have any questions, all right, you guys can always drop us a message there, and we will be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Okay, or you guys can always just let us know over here in the comment section if you guys have any questions. Moderator and I here will be very happy to go through any questions that you guys might have with you guys. All right, so yeah, do let us know. Okay, yes, okay, of course this is open to secondary school students as well, primary school and secondary school students. Y'all should have a tally channel to ask questions. Ooh, that does sound like a good idea. I think mainly for questions, we are also scared that if it's an open chat and tally, that it is going to be free reign, it's going to be quite hard to control. But you know what, it does sound like a good idea. We will actually consider that. We'll think of that. All right. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so okay, again, 2 free lessons. Enjoy up to $390 in savings. Okay, this is only if you register by the 31st of August 2025. Okay, otherwise you will not be able to get this promotion. All right, so definitely it is very very important that you guys are signing up in time. Okay, so this is an $80 regular fee waive plus a $60 NTUC voucher promotion. All right, this is also, you also have the 2 free lessons. All right, so yeah, if students are interested, feel free to let us know. We will be more than happy to invite you here. All right, and have you at our center. All right. Okay. Yeah, let me just go to this. All right, so we actually talked about mental health. Is it this one? No, it is not. Oh no, it is not this one. Is it this one? Is it that one? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, wait, let me go to. Let me just. Since we talked about. Oh, we actually haven't talked about sports and recreation. That is interesting. You know what? Let's talk about this. Ooh, okay, yeah, we have not gone through this one. I was like, did we go through everything? Apparently not. All right. Okay, so the PSLE oral discussion. Okay, let's start with sports and recreation. Okay, so first things first, does anyone have any particular sport that you guys really, really, really enjoy? All right, I think I've said mine quite a couple of times, but unfortunately, I don't do that sport anymore, and it makes me so sad. Yeah. Okay, and I think it's our first question actually. Describe your favorite sport and why. Table tennis, right? I think Ryan said that before. Um, do you play it competitively, or is it just you just really like playing it? For me, I really really loved taekwondo, loved it so much, and I wanted to do it competitively. Unfortunately, like I said, I crashed out in secondary school, so I had to drop it as well. All right, so I got into my school teams are a lot harder to get into than one would think. Like I remember in secondary school um I wanted to join netball, but they took a look at my height and instantly said you're too short, and you're not that good at netball, and I was like, huh, okay. And then I tried to go into basketball, girls basketball. It didn't work either, still too short. Right. And I didn't badminton, I wasn't that good at it. What else? Oh, I didn't try dance, but I remember trying, what do you call that? I tried wushu. Didn't work. Didn't work because apparently wushu is different from taekwondo. I got humbled really, really quickly. All right. So yeah, okay. Describe your favorite sport. Okay. So why? Okay, Ryan, do you want to give us do the honors by telling us why table tennis is your favorite sport? Why? Out of all the many sports there is, why is table tennis your favorite sport? All right, why is table tennis your favorite sport? Is the Wi-Fi down? My laptop refuses to connect to the Wi-Fi. So is my laptop. Oh my god. If anyone has a good idea about how I can get like an antivirus, that'd be great. Yes. I mean, like a free antivirus. Oh my goodness. Ah, I know why. My laptop hasn't updated. Big brain. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay. Describe your favorite sports and why. Okay, Ryan, why do you like table tennis? Oh, because it allows one to participate in a recreation activity. Okay. So it gives you it allows you to hmm. Okay, is there anything more specific to like table tennis that you really love? Because the reason is not a wrong reason, but it's a reason that you can use for all other sports. But why table tennis? Why table tennis? Why table tennis? Is there anything about table tennis that, another sport just fails to provide? Okay, maybe you can say, um, I guess you could say, give you a specific sense of fulfillment as a competitive sport. Okay, I'm gonna write my own. I wrote taekwondo. Oh my god, I'm spelling it wrong. Taekwondo. Alright, and the reason I loved it so much when I was a kid it was because it allowed me to hit people, but that is no longer the reason. It gave me a specific sense of fulfillment as well. Okay, okay, sure. For table tennis, alright, work out and have fun simultaneously. All right. So for Taekwondo, I'm trying to like recount, it was a very, I started Taekwondo when I was 9 and I continued it all the way till I was 13. So like, how many years is that? How many years is that? That's 4 years, right? 4 years. Okay, yes. For Taekwondo, definitely you get to meet people with common interests. Um, I can't lie, but I think for me as a kid, I definitely enjoyed winning, and I was good at it as well. Um, mm, Moderator is laughing right now at me. My me being so candid about my competitiveness as growing up, I'm still very competitive. Alright, so Taekwondo, I think for me it was I got along really really well with the teachers, but I would say other than that it gave me a place, an area to vent, area to vent and relax. All right. So that was very very personal to me. Get a sense of achievement when you win. Okay. Learn to manage your feelings. Definitely, I will forever remember that one teacher who told me this. I was going through a really really hard time. Like I said, I was crashing on Sec 1, and he told me this. Okay, whenever you feel upset, just come into the center and you can beat some punching bags and you'll be fine. Unfortunately, he left quite soon, so then I crashed out again even more. So yeah, manage your feelings when you don't. Yes, all right. So manage feelings. Okay, pride and achievement. Okay, so pride and achievement. Okay, what other sports might there be? My laptop has decided to not be friends with me today. Okay, we can say basketball, badminton. All right, badminton. I think for people, I always thought badminton was a very chill sport until I saw some competitive people playing. It is a very aggressive sport. To sweat it out, sweat the stress out. Okay, sweat the stress out. All right, definitely there's that. What else from badminton? besides sweating the stress out. What else? What else? Get to join competitions with friends. All right. So also we can say basketball helps me helps me to bond with my peers. Yes, yes, of course. Okay, so of course you can say basketball, table tennis, tennis as well. Yeah, so a lot of different spots for you to, yeah. What Ryan said is correct. You can actually use these examples for a lot of different sports. Actually, yeah, actually, that's correct. All right. Let me just pull up my because my laptop finally decides to be friends with me again. And I think you guys can hear like the fan from my laptop all the way from here. It is very loud. Okay. Let's see what else you can say. You can also say okay. You can also say that I think for badminton you can also say you um to be doing the same sport as um the athlete you admire. Damn, 1 point. I know who did that. Ryan, you did that. All right. Um, definitely you can also do. Oh, for me, I like Pilates now. I'll put that down. Because it allows me to relax while working out. Yes, yes. Yeah, no. It is very, very chill. But I brought my brother there previously, and he didn't like the fact that it was mostly women, and but I think it is. I think for me, I just prefer that very chill, very music, very, very light environment. It is. It is. No, at first it was really, really painful, and then I started going twice a week, and it became so much better, and I enjoy it. And it was actually the sport that helped me with my bloating. I think I said it like before, 3 kg bloating. That was crazy. And after that, I was so certain that it worked. Yeah. Okay. Relax while working out. All right. And also, it helps me to feel myself. All right. Okay. So these are all great answers. All right. How do sports build character? It's the second question. All right. Okay. How does sports build character? How do sports build character? All right, so there are lots of different ways, and there are specific character traits that sports helps you to build. Okay, so you can choose a specific one to talk about. All right, so first things first, you can say that sports helps to build discipline. Okay, so balancing school and training. Okay, so definitely you can also highlight that sports, okay, it requires a certain level of discipline for you to repeatedly go to training. Sometimes it can get tiring, and sometimes when you don't see the results that you want, it can make you feel very demoralized, right? These are all things that you can bring up, when you're talking about, how sports builds character. All right. Okay, you can also say you can also, for this exact one, you can also say time management. I'll definitely say in secondary school more so than PSLE, time management becomes exceedingly very, very important. you could see the students who are better in time management, they rise above the other students. So definitely it is something that is very valuable to work on. All right. You can also say resilience. Okay. Learned after injury, setbacks. Whoa, I got an auto clicker to farm likes. Wait, how? Wait, how? How do you do that? That's crazy. How do you do that? And the way you say farm likes, I see that. I see that. That's crazy. But like, how? If I like spam, I'm not able to get that. But like, what do you call that? Ryan, the way you said farm likes makes me believe that you're a gamer. There is no way you at least play Minecraft or something that I've heard the word farm XP. How is that possible? Ryan just gave me 1,967 likes under 5 minutes. That's crazy. Hi, Kaylin. I said Minecraft and Kaylin just like popped up. Kaylin was summoned by the word Minecraft. We know where your priorities lie, Kaylin. We know what is the most important to Kaylin. Ryan, do you play Minecraft? Is that why? Is that why? Is that why? Okay. So resilience learn after injury setbacks. Okay, you can also say that injury setbacks and yeah, knew it, and bouncing back to competitions. I'm aura farming. I knew it. As soon as the word farming and Minecraft came out, killing just popped up so quickly. Alright? The coincidence is not a coincidence. Alright? It's not a coincidence. What am I saying? Alright? Also at the same time you can say national representation, or actually you can just say achievements. Ego. Okay, definitely. In sports, I would say instead of ego, use the word confidence. But I get what you mean. For instance, confidence, identity, and teamwork. Okay, and you can also say that goal setting, goal setting. You can also say that team spirit, and teamwork. All right, these are all things that you can learn from, what do you call that? Sports, and you can also say perseverance. Okay, taught by 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 stories from from by stories from national record holders. Definitely leadership, how to lead a team, and I would say also accountability. Okay, to account for your own actions. I think so. Definitely, when answering the questions, okay, you can put two together. Like example, I can say if the teacher would ask me how do sports build character, and I could say accountability and discipline. So by practicing sports, I am able to foster a greater sense of accountability and account for my own actions as well as discipline, where I understand that I have to balance school and training in order to succeed. Never give up. Definitely resilience and perseverance. All right. So next one, what makes teamwork important? Okay, now that is a very, very big question. What makes teamwork important? All right, there is no doubt that teamwork is extremely one of the most important what do you call that things in like sports. Okay, but what makes it important? What makes teamwork important? All right, what makes teamwork so important in sports? Please keep the context under sports. Okay, what makes teamwork important? All right, so example, you can say that specific sports such as maybe relay races is so easy. The park one, the park one, the park one. I'm so confused. um, okay, specific races such as relay races and basketball. Okay, require trust. Okay, actually, I'll move this up. Require trust and coordination. Okay, that all rely on a group's teamwork abilities. All right, and you can also say that badminton double matches. Okay, maybe you can say double matches such. This question is hard, man. Okay, double matches such as we do want to make sure that students are able to practice on hard questions, so when the easy questions come, it's going to be a breeze for them, and when the hard questions come out, they're going to be like, oh, we did this before, such as table tennis and badminton in sports and badminton. All right, require strategy and role sharing. And you can also say that football, okay, ball game sports such as football teach communication requires communication. What am I writing? Communication and support between members on and off field. All right, so that is the truth. All right, so when you're on the field, you also require a level of communication and trust. All right, off field, you require communication to strategize. All right, and you also, okay, um, you can also say that volleyball. I'm gonna do my homework. Bye. All right, I'll see you soon, Ryan. See you. All right, you can say that volleyball relies on team. See you. Team defense and coordinated attacks. All right, so a lot of team, a lot of communication. These are all things that actually make up teamwork, and you can use these to answer the question. All right, describe participating in a sports event. All right, for those people who have actually participated in sports events, feel free to answer this question. All right, for me, I don't really like participating in sports events. I would describe myself after, especially after secondary school, we have become quite a lazy person. All right, so this is not my cup of tea. All right, but here are some answers from the team. Right, so when we're talking about participating in a specific sports event, okay, so what did you do? Okay, what was your role? What was your role? Okay, what was your role? And okay, what was your role? Definitely. All right. uh what was it like? Okay, so these are two of the questions that you can ask yourself. Okay, you can say competed and had fun. Of course, please make it realistic at the same time. So um competed and had fun in an inter-house sports carnival fostering healthy rivalry and unity. All right, and you can also say that you represented school in maybe a cross country race. Maybe you can replace that with something else, country race. All right, and did really well. Okay, you can also say that you substituted into a relay team last minute requiring adaptability. Okay, you can also say that you um, engaged with coaches who who shared national level training techniques. Okay, you can also say that you celebrated with classmates and reflected on performance post event. All right, see, these are all amazing ways to answer this kind of question. All right, so I already give you guys like 5 different ways that you guys can approach this kind of questions. All right, so you guys will be fine. All right, how can schools promote physical activity? All right, so how can schools promote more sports? All right, so okay, first things first, we already have the PE curriculum. All right, so we can expand. Why did I write expand? Expand PE curriculum to include more inclusive sports such as para sports. Okay, what other ideas do you guys have? Please let me know, right? It is always good that we are practicing together, because when we are practicing together, you guys also get the chance to brainstorm. Okay, brainstorm is actually very, very valuable, because it also helps you to really understand what the train of thought, what train of thought is expected of you guys. So when you guys are in the exam, right, you guys will be able to, if you guys get a question that maybe you guys are not that familiar with, how to think of an answer on the spot. All right, so these are all very valuable ways and valuable things that you guys can gain from what do you call that, brainstorming with me. All right, so definitely, if you guys have any answers of your own, please share them with me as well. All right. Okay. Okay, please let me know if you guys have any more answers. Okay, so how can schools promote physical activity? All right, so that is the question that we are working on here. Okay, you can also say that you invite national athletes to talk about training and resilience in assembly. All right, these are all ways that you guys can use, all right, to highlight, yeah, okay, this question. Okay, you can also say that teachers can introduce movement breaks during classes. Okay, and you can also say that schools to implement daily morning stretching. Actually, in some countries like China, there is daily morning stretchings that students go through. So there is definitely that possibility to get into that. Or fitness routines. Okay, does anyone else have any answers? All right, so these are all great ways. Okay, you can also say that collaborate with Active SG for after school family fitness programs. Okay, so these are organized. Hi, XNG. XNG, are you okay? I haven't seen you in so long. How's everything going? Organize events and challenges? Sure, definitely. Organize sports events and challenges to get students more interested in sports. I think that definitely physical activity is something that is very, very important in school, but we also have to understand that not all students like physical activity. Some students prefer to curl up with a nice book, and that is completely understandable. So I think you can also add that maybe a non-mandatory program, okay, more of a CCA program. So these are all ways that you can make it complete daily. Hi, Wong steps healthy. Oh. Ooh, okay, sure. That sounds great. I think you're getting the hang of this. Daily steps on Healthy 365 to claim $5 weekly. Is this something that you came up with, or I feel like this sounds like a scheme that actually exists. Is it something that actually exists? If it is, I would join. $5 weekly. I wouldn't mind an extra $5 weekly. I remember a long time ago. I don't know if oh, I think it's $5 monthly. You know what? I would take that $5 monthly because if you think about it, if you do $5 a month, 12 months a year, you're getting $60 for free. I'll take that $60. I'll take that $60. Um, but I remember a long time ago. I don't know if anyone knows about this. All right. Because I can't seem to remember it. I've been trying to like find it. All right, but maybe you guys can help me. There was this scheme or something that, if you have a daily number of steps or something, you can claim rewards with your MRT card. In the MRT machine. I don't know. I saw it previously because actually now if you go top up your card, everyone's gonna run to the car to the top up machine after this live. You will be able to see that there's a rewards section at the bottom. I don't know. Does anyone know anything about that? If you do, could you please share? Because my step count has been going up, especially when I'm going overseas or when I have friends who go overseas. So it would be great if we could actually claim something from it. I don't know. If you guys know anything about it, please share with me, alright? Please share with me. Okay. Extra $2 a month, I would not complain. You guys have to think extra $2, extra $5 a month in a year. That's still what platform app the child simply go. I actually have no idea. I heard about it previously. You know when you walk into the MRT station, there is always this like top up machine at the side. If you click in to the machine, at the very end, there's actually a rewards button. I don't know if any of you guys have ever noticed that. I only went to check because I saw some content, some media created about that, but that was a few years ago. And that time I was still a lazy bugger, so I don't know if it still exists. I don't know because my step count also has been going up. So I was like, you know what? It'd be nice to earn something from those steps, and I would feel a lot more motivated to do that. Yeah, actually, we can check together now. Let me just. Okay, let's see. Singapore scheme. Singapore daily walking scheme. Okay, let's see what there is. Okay, so I search Singapore daily walking scheme with claimable rewards. All right, so there is the Healthy 365 app, like you guys mentioned. Um, you can get HPB credits, e vouchers, or simply Go vouchers. Ooh. It's always walking slightly, like 15 minutes more of walking. Really, the 365 one? Because I would check. I actually would go for it. I would go for it. I am motivated. I will be motivated because lately I have been thinking of doing more cardio myself, like walking, like running. So, you know what? A bit more motivation wouldn't hurt. All right. Okay. Okay, so last question before we move on to the O level questions. All right, they will be slightly different, but it's good to practice your train of thought. All right. Um. Okay. Why should children try new sports? Oh, this is a very, very big question. And I actually, okay, first things first, I personally believe that if your child is trying new sports, it also helps you to, it helps them to develop their character. First things first, you can use the answer from just now. Um, helps, oh my goodness, my handwriting. Helps character development. You can also say that it helps physical growth, right? So, oh, and it's in new sports helps physical growth and interest in sports. Okay, you can also say that okay, like confidence. Okay, boost um mental health and sense of adventure. Okay, okay, develop develop um adaptability and social skills, because we also, the reason why I say adaptability and I also say an interest in sports, because we really do want to focus on the fact that there is also the word new over here, right? So we do want to make sure that that is also highlighted, because that is a key word over here, right? And social skills. Okay, yeah, so definitely oh, what happened? Okay, learn new strategies. All right, so okay, develop curiosity and learning. I also have healthy 365. What rewards have you gotten so far? I'm interested. I'm interested. You guys have got my interest. Please share with me. Please share with me. All right. Develop curiosity and learning and strategic planning. Okay, you can say develop a variety of muscles. Okay, those are all super important. Accent G. So what have you done anything specific in healthy 365? Like I claimed $5 NTUC voucher from Healthy 365. Really? That is not bad at all. Is the $5 voucher like the monthly one that you mentioned, or is it different? You've gotten like my attention. I feel like growing up, your priorities become very, very different. I think previously, moderator is like nodding over there. I always have this one very solid memory. Yeah, monthly, that's not bad. I always have this one memory of there was this one time we went to this place which had a hill, right? And my mom, I remember she said to me, she's like, okay, if you climb this hill with me today, okay, there I'll give you a surprise. There's a surprise hidden on the mountain on the hill. And I was like, oh, okay, a surprise. And I was really, really, really excited. And but that day I didn't feel like going. So the next day I went with another family member, and I was frantically searching under rocks and everything just to see if my mom hid the surprise somewhere. And I just couldn't find it. And I was like, fine. And I was like, because I knew if I went with my mom, we would have to walk the whole trail. Okay. So the next day, I was like, okay, I'll go with my mom. I went with my mom, and halfway through like the walk, she pulled out a lollipop from her bag, and I was happy, but I felt so cheated because I genuinely thought she hid it somewhere along the trail. And yeah, that was just such a the surprise is your mom. Yeah, it was such a core memory. It was such a core memory. Because I remember the look I had on my face. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my mom gave me the biggest surprise when she pulled the lollipop out. I was just like, here, and I was like, I was happy I took it. I was like side eyeing. All right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Let's move to the O level topic. Oh, healthy. Oh, it's linked to NTUC. I see. When you say it that way, it makes so much more sense. Oh, I was like, huh, why NTUC vouchers? It makes sense, but like, why? Okay. Now that you say that, I'm like, oh, okay, it makes so much sense. Oh, it's. Oh, wait. So which one is it? Is it linked to NTUC or HPB? You guys cannot trick me. I am very blur when it comes to these kind of things, right? Oh, really? Oh, okay, I see. Moderator is also intrigued. We're all intrigued. We're all like leaning in to like see what's going on. What is going on? No. How can I get? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I see a lot of you guys have also been using the what do you call that? The Healthy 365. You know what? I will try it and I'll let you guys know. If I come back to the live, the next session, and I am full of complaints, you guys know why. All right? All right, so before we move on to this O level topic, okay, Healthy 365 app is developed and managed by the Health Promotion Board. Okay, okay. I see. Makes sense. Okay, so if you guys know so much about the Healthy 365, you guys can always talk about it during your oral exam as well. Right? Make sure it's relevant though, alright? Don't do something in like cultural diversity and then suddenly like talk about the Healthy 365 app. All right. Okay. First things first. Before we move on to the O level, okay, just this really really quickly, less than 5 minutes. Okay. Um. Okay. So now that we are very very close to PSLE, as well as O levels. Okay. We are now releasing this challenge. Okay. It is a 12-week EOY prep challenge. All right, and it is I'm in ITE, not primary school and secondary school. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So now this is something that will be able to help you or your child to boost their English results to AL1 or to A1. All right. So we really do want to make sure that we're as inclusive as possible. So this is for both secondary school students and primary school students. All right. So for students who enroll now, students will be able to get 2 free lessons and they will be able to get $390 in savings, okay? $80 regular fee waiver and $60 NTUC voucher. Okay, so a lot of promotion, but this is only if you sign up by the 31st of August 2025. All right, not 2026, not 2027, 2025. All right, so now for students who are interested, okay, you guys can see more information on our website. Okay, this is for primary school and secondary school students. All right, so do take a look. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know here in the comment section. Okay, and you guys see the what do you call it, a little arrow pointing to the service button over there. The service button is like a white little box with like a transparent arrow. Yeah, you can click that as well and let us leave your contact or let us know if you have any questions. All right, or you guys could just drop us a WhatsApp at 8404-9281 because we have a whole team ready to help you here. All right, so yeah, do let us know if you have any questions. All right. But must ask parents first before you sign up for the lesson. Yes, please ask your parents. All right. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to this O level oral discussion. All right. Let's take a look. Moderator, could you help me get a bottle of water, please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. First things first. Okay. Education evolution. All right. So, oh, I am scared by the sound of this topic. All right. Okay. Describe how teaching methods have changed during your schooling. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a really tough question. All right. Let's try our best. Okay. How has teaching evolved? Okay. During your schooling. Okay. Thank you. Especially since this is O level questions, I would definitely say that you can say that you can talk about interactive learning platforms. All right, these are all ways that you guys can bring up. All right, online learning. Hi, Chillgil. Chillgil is back. Everyone is back. All right. What are your plans for Saturday night? My plans. Tonight. Today is Saturday, right? Or am I? All right, it's Saturday. Saturday. I would say dinner outside. And I used to be a very adventurous person, but then now I just want to go home and scroll. I just want to go home and scroll. Um, I would love to pick up a new movie. I have been seeing so much content on what is that called? Something the one with the K-pop idols catching demons. What is it called? No, there is an animated movie. The moderator looks so confused. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. It's like it's an animated show. The one that's so popular. The main song is called Golden or something. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys should know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not just like sitting here alone and like wait. Ah, K-pop Demon Hunters. There we go. Finally, finally. I was like, was I tripping? No, I wasn't. All right. So to maybe watch that. Ideally to, yeah, dinner and a movie. Yes, that's the kind of person I am now. And I'm pretty sure it will only get worse. All right. Sometime soon it will be just dinner without the movie. All right. So first things first, how has teaching methods changed during your schooling? All right. First things first. All right. Okay. You can say that. Okay. Teachers shifted from chalk and talk lectures to more interactive learning. Okay, so maybe even like quizzes. Okay, quizzes and polling. Teachers use more AI secretly nowadays. Do your teachers do that? Or how do you know that they are using AI? As in like for the questions they ask, or like what do you call that? The quizzes, the quizzes. Yes, Kahoot, definitely Kahoot a lot more. You can like example Kahoot. Kahoot is very popular. Kahoot, all right. Google Classroom. Okay, you can say like arise in usage. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Off overheard two of my teachers talking. Oh my god, you have to be very, very careful when you're speaking as a teacher. That is unfortunately true. A rise in usage of what do you call that? Online tools. Okay, okay. Learning is digitalized. You can say that. Learning is digitalized. students use laptops and e-learning platforms. Okay, okay. Definitely you can say more greater encouragement of student feedback, self-reflection, and collaboration. Okay, okay. Mm, understanding concepts and not just memorizing things, but I think that is very, very subject dependent. Um, okay, definitely you can say um, teachers encourage independent learning and instead play facil play facilitator roles. All right, sure. Okay, you can also say let's see, promote critical thinking. Okay, so you can say emphasis um on learning with, yes, critical thinking, problem solving, critical thinking, or you can say problem solving. All right, like X and G said. All right, great answers, X and G. All right, problem solving. Okay, using real life examples. All right, so these are all great ways to answer this question. All right, so of course, I understand that some of you also might have different answers. Right, that's all okay. All right, but yeah, we have a great amount of answers for this. All right, what technological, I nearly say technological tools enhance your learning, most enhance your learning. Okay, what technological tools most enhance your learning? All right, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put down Kahoot. Okay, we always, I remember how fun it was. All right, Kahoot, Kahoot, and quizzes make revision interactive and help identify knowledge gaps. Right? All right, any other answers? Okay, any other answers? Okay, what else? What technological tools enhance your learning? Okay, you can also say virtual classroom. Okay, Maintain structure. All right, you can also say, for me, YouTube helped a lot actually. YouTube educational channels. Because for me, as a visual learner, I actually studied a lot better with video animations. Okay. As I'll ask, yeah, yeah, definitely. You can say student learning space, videos, quizzes, and learning analytics. Okay, these are all great ways. Okay, yeah, you can also say ACE learning. All right, so these are all great answers. Okay, you can also say, for me, maybe I can say online note sharing platforms. Encourage peer learning, resource pooling, and support. Hi, uh, Jatami Go. How to join our lesson? Our live lessons. You are feel free to join us. Feel free to have your kids or maybe you to go through our curriculum with us. But if you're talking about classes, all right, we are currently running a promotion. All right, so this is our current promotion. All right, you guys can take a look over here. Okay, this is the 12-week EOY prep challenge, all right, for students who maybe are going through PSLE, O levels, or even just EOY in general. All right, feel free to have your child join. All right, so right now for students, you will be able to get 2 free lessons and you will also be able to enjoy up to $390 in savings. Yes, PSLE. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we are running that for our students as well. Okay, especially because we are quite close to PSLE. So yeah, we do have some courses for your child as well, right? So it will be up to $390 in savings, $80 registration fee waiver, plus a $60 NTUC voucher. All right. So these are 2 free lessons. All right. But this for this one you would have to register by the 31st of August. All right. So yes, we have 12-week EOY English. It is for both PSLE and secondary school. All right. But of course, if your child, you also have children. Oh, okay. Yeah. You have for what do you call that? Maybe under primary six as well. It's also okay. All right. So yeah, but I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name right, Miss Jatami Go. Yes, I'm keen to sign up. Sure, sure, sure. Okay, you can drop us a WhatsApp at 84049281. All right, you can see our number here at the top. All right, please drop us a WhatsApp. Okay, and then we will help you. We will help you to sign up. All right. Sounds good. Do let us know if you have any other questions. All right. We'll be happy to share. All right. Yep. We will be happy to share. Do let us know. Okay, wait. Let me see what X and G's answers are. Okay, X and G says Quizlet. Oh yes, I love Quizlet. I love Quizlet. All right. Okay, Quizlet is also something I recommend. All right. Only for English. Yes, yes. Only English. Only English. Okay, only English. Okay, so also, let's see, Photomath, Duolingo. Duolingo, yeah, Duolingo is more for like language when you're trying to learn like a foreign language. Digital note taking tools, examples, Microsoft OneNote, Evernote, Notion. Yeah, these are great ways. So I'm just gonna list down some of the apps that and platforms X and G is mentioning over here, so that you guys can use it in your oral answers. Right. So we have, oh, give me a second, Microsoft OneNote, OneNote, Evernote, and Notion. All right, so these are all awesome ways that you can use to really make your learning more fun and also more manageable. Okay, so these are all great ways. All right, okay, no ichi guys. All right, how should school balance academics with life skills? Okay, so now actually a lot of students have are actually working on this. Okay, because we are now more you can notice that I think a lot of schools, they also prioritize more holistic learning, and that is the case not only with unis, but also I think they're trying to adopt it in like JC and um, O levels. Okay, so definitely you can also highlight the holistic aspect of it, right? Okay, you can say that include include personal finance modules in CCE. Okay, okay, in CCE to equip us with the equip students with real world skills. Isn't formal education itself somewhat irrelevant now with AI doing everything? I would definitely say that's not the case. I would say AI can be a great source of support, but when it comes to number one, managing AI, there's still a lot of work that has to be done behind AI to build AI up, and there's a lot of work around AI that cannot be, taken away. So I would say maybe in the far future we'll become so reliant on AI. Who knows? But definitely not in the near future. It won't be the case where formal education is not required because AI is just there. Okay, that is definitely not the case. All right, encourage co-curricular activities, CCAs. Definitely CCAs. There it is a great way to have a more holistic lifestyle. Right, you are working on something that brings you growth in a non-academic way. Okay, curricular activities. Okay, um, okay, partner with parents and community. Okay, yeah, these are all great ways. Okay, you can say that mentorship programs, in school dating and social programs. Whoa, that is a interesting thing. I would say definitely in some unis there are such programs. There are such but I would say that dating before um dating before uni does remain, I would say, quite uh, it is, I wouldn't say very controversial, but it's still decently controversial because some people don't agree that students should date before uni. Okay, so definitely we have been seeing some dating programs, okay, mostly overseas, right? In unis, but yeah, maybe especially since this is a O level context that we're talking about, O levels, you would be, how old would you be in O levels? Wait, I'm trying 13 to 16, yeah. 13 to 16, 17. That is still a bit, let's say it is still a bit controversial for some to encourage it with social programs. But social programs definitely, whether you're talking about networking, so maybe they could have like what do you call that, networking and work ethic social programs to help students build key skills for the future. All right, mindset and attitudes definitely very very important. All right, um okay, maybe you can have encourage service learning that realigns mindset and attitudes. Encourage service learning programs that highlights mindsets and attitudes. All right, everyone, we will be stopping the live for a while at 4, okay, but we will be back on quite soon. All right, so it's just time for me to have like a little break, okay? So of course you can also say teach presentation and communication skills. Okay, and it's also important to, oh, we are running out of space, oh my goodness, evaluate students. We will be on earlier than 4:30 actually. We'll just probably be on at 4:05. 4:05. Like a 5, less than 5 minute break actually. 2 to 3 minute break for me to drink some water. Um Characters and values instead of just exams. All right. Yeah, for me to have a little snack as well. 1 or 2 minute snack. All right. So yeah, definitely these are all great answers. All right, let's see the next question. We might stop halfway for this question and continue on. Okay, we still have 2 minutes. All right, actually in the 2 minutes I'll just go through the program again because I saw that there were some people that were interested. All right. All right, so in the last 1 minute, all right, I just want to highlight this again. It is a 12-week EOY prep challenge. All right, so it is great for students who are falling a bit behind. All right, the current promo is 2 free lessons. All right, and students will be able to enjoy up to $390 in savings and get that $80 regular fee waiver, $60 NTUC voucher. All right, so great ways to these are all great ways for students to be able to get the lessons they need. All right, 12-week EOY prep challenge. All right, it is open to both primary school and secondary school students. We do want to be as inclusive as possible, okay, because it's not only PSLE that's ongoing, O levels are ongoing as well. EOYs in primary school are ongoing, and EOYs in secondary school are also ongoing. So this is something that we want to push out. All right, but for students who are interested, definitely check out our website or let us know if you guys have any questions or would like to sign up in our WhatsApp number 8404-9281. All right, yeah, it is 4. I will see you guys in a few minutes. All right, bye everyone.